TT will be here, so why we would go there when she not there? Duh. Let's see which one will be better. Since I got on black and white. Yeah, let's go with that. Black and white. Hello, everyone. Today, my story time is going to be about the drug addict, pill popping husband that I didn't know I had. Ooh, that I didn't know I had. You know what I'm saying? The drug addict, pill popping husband I didn't know that I had. Come on, somebody. Did you ever been in a relationship with somebody and you didn't know what you had? Yes, that's what we're going to talk about this Sunday. We're going to get some of this stuff out of our system because it's holding us back. Knowing that it's in our system, sometimes you got to tell your story. The pill popping, the drug addict, husband that I didn't know that I had. Yes, being married 5 times, you take risks, you take opportunities. I took opportunity. So let's get started. Yes, I won't name no names, but I will tell a story, a true story. As a salon owner, one day a tall, dark, and handsome, beautiful man came into my salon and I had a job opening in my window for a barber. He saw it and he was new to the town and he came in with his tall, dark, fine self. Charm, 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 okay? And so not only did he get the job, but he got the boss lady, which was me. I moved him into my home, which is one thing I shouldn't have did right away, but I would say in a matter of a month or less, I moved him in, which I probably shouldn't have did. You know, that's why I tell my stories, because some things we should do and some things we should not do. And so with him, I thought that he was different. We all think that they different. Oh, we think they different. They really never different. But so I thought, hey, let's go for it. Took the guy in, and let me tell y'all something. I'm the type of person back then, because we're talking about maybe 15 years ago. The salon was a prominent salon, a running salon, a good salon. Everybody, my salons were jumping, okay? Very good salons. All I needed was a good barber. That was the whole purpose I had it in the window. Barber is needed because I worked, the salon was next door to what you call like a little lounge, and military men would come from work and they would just go straight to the lounge. So me having barbers allowed them to get haircuts, you know what I'm saying, and things like that. So I was like, well, let me just go ahead and add the barber to the salon. Okay, so come to find out, I ain't gonna be long with this, but I'm gonna tell you this story. The husband I didn't know I had. I didn't know I had a pill popping drug addict husband. Okay. The man didn't hardly want to get up and go to work, y'all. I'm a person that's enthusiastic about work. I was enthusiastic definitely about my salon reputation. So he started off good, coming to work because, he was trying to, I guess, impress me. So the impressing part was when he showed up for work. He did the customers. Customers was coming in because let me tell you something. He was a dynamic barber. He was a good barber. He wasn't no fake barber. He was a good barber. So the part coming in is the fact that he impressed the clients. They kept coming back. They loved him. He could do all kind of clients, no matter your race. He could cut your hair, and the ones that wasn't black, he really had them. He really had them going because he used to make them look like $1,000,000. Like he made, he was black and he made black people look good, perfect. But those other nationalities, he used to really slay them because they had never had a black guy like him to slay them. So just imagine how the clientele was really building. They just knew where is he when they would get their haircut. Long story short, what I should have did, and we're going to start with what I should have did. I shouldn't have moved that man in my house. I should have just let him be an employee and be a barber in the salon, and that's it. Back then, I was Miss Fix It. You know how you be in these relationships and you want to fix the man. I wanted to fix him. I wanted him to be great. He even had a license, but it had expired. So I was like, helping him get the license, situated because I'm a master stylist. So I could help barbers. I can, anything that my salon needed, they could get it through me. And that's why I became a master stylist / barber myself before I became a salon owner. So because I wanted my salon to be the salon that if anybody came in my salon and didn't have what they needed, I could be the person that they go through state board and they wouldn't have to go out to outsourcers. So my salon can make the money. Very smart. So I helped him, get his salon moved to, we was in Sumter, South Carolina at the time. And so I did all that, got him situated, whatever. I helped him too much, and I will suggest that with anybody, don't help your spouses, don't date a man who need help, okay? Because this is a story of me telling my generation, this generation right here in my community, what not to do by the mistakes that I made. So this story is a mistake that I made, and I'm just letting y'all know the husband that I didn't know was a pill-popping drug addict, okay? Beware of these signs. So what I shouldn't have did, I shouldn't have moved him into my house after a month, and I should have just let him come in my salon and be a barber and do barbering, and I probably should have just dated him from that, and that's it. Boom. So I fell in love. He fell in love. Child, we got married. When we got married, that's when I knew I started to see who he really was. Now, he used to smoke a little weed here or there. I'm okay. People smoke weed. All right. Cool. All right. So, he had this customer who, barbers and hairstylists, we're going to get all kind of people in our chairs. All kind of people in our chairs. I helped my boyfriend when he didn't need me. He walked out and then called me. But yeah, they always want us back because we good. Bottom line. So, but I suggest don't help no man. If I could tell a young person today, or anybody, it don't matter your age, let them help themselves. Women, we carry so much and we want to do so much, but we're not God. And I had to learn that life after 50, I'm not helping nobody. But back to the story. So when he became my husband, you get clients to come in. He had this client who, sold drugs. And, the drug dealer's going to come in the barbershop. Somebody going to be selling weed. Contains things that's something. Okay. I'm going to be careful with the words I use because TikTok is very sensitive. So, I'm going to be careful with the words I use. All right. So, anywho, the people who sell the prescriptions, right? Came into the salon, and he was fine. He was tall, dark, and handsome. The ladies would absolutely be looking because he was just that guy. But that's who I was attracted to back then, tall, dark, and handsome. So the man gonna try to tell him to cheat, y'all. Which I wasn't worried about him cheating because he knew what he had, and this is the thing why I married the man, because he became my best friend, and I will say marry your best friend, but marry your best friend that got his stuff together. Don't marry your best friend who you putting together. So back to the salon stuff. So it came to the day where I got to start seeing who I was with. Okay, and they do say that marijuana is the gateway drug. Now, at first, it wasn't no marijuana because he couldn't get his hand on none because I wasn't smoking no marijuana. You feel what I'm saying? So when the guy started coming in and he started making a little money, he started back smoking his little marijuana, which is, I mean, if that's what you do, okay. Hey, you grown. I don't tell people what to do. So I think that was the gateway to him wanting what he used to have, which was medication. I'm trying to be sensitive with TikTok. I don't want to get blocked because I really want to share this story time today. So, got with the people, his clients, who could provide him with what he needed. And so I started to see a change in him. I started to see, he didn't want to come to work anymore. We live in the same house now. I'm coming to work to the salon. It's time to hey, we got to open the salon. Let's go. I'm the type of person, I'm going to open my salon at 6 a.m. I'm going to be the first one open, the last one closed. That was me. He's still in the bed. And see, I'm the type of person, I don't force. I'm not a abusive person when I date somebody. I'm not a forceful person when I date somebody. I try to see who you are, just who you are. I'm not one of those girlfriends that, nagging, telling you need to do this, you need to do that. I'm just trying to, I'm going to see what you do. I'm going to see how you do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to see how you get down. You feel what I'm saying? So, right. And they don't remember. Thank you for communicating with me, Julie. Yeah, I like people who communicate online. And so I did too much, Julie. I did too much, and I did way too much. And when we women do too much, we don't want to get our feelings hurt. Let's just say that. So he didn't want to come to work. It got to the point the customers coming in the salon looking for the barber. The barber ain't there. So me, I'm like, okay, I'm letting this happen. I'm like seeing what's going on. I'm like, okay. So, me, like I said, I'm not gonna force nothing upon you. I'm gonna see how you is, and then I'm gonna do what I do. So I put the sign back up in the window. Barber for hire. Help wanted. So he came in, and he was like, oh, you got the help wanted sign up for a barber. I said, yeah, I need a barber. He was like, I thought that was me. I said, no, because you're not coming to work. I can't get these people hooked on you, and you want to stay in the bed at 12 o'clock. 12 o'clock, you've been uncut 10 people hair. Like, I don't know what you used to as a barber. You know what I'm saying? But in this town right here, in this salon, we cut hair at 6 o'clock in the morning and every hour after till we close. Like, I don't know where you come from, but we not getting up at 12 and 1 o'clock and cutting nobody hair. Come to find out, later on in this story time, that's what he used to do in his town. Nothing, pretty much, and the people was okay with that. No, you can't bring your ways to this town because this is not how we do things here, right? And so, here's the thing. So, I got the other barber in, okay? Y'all, this might be a salon story time, but it is actually the husband that I didn't know was a pill-popping drug addict story time. But it just ties into my salon story. So, because he was a barber in my salon as well because I hired him. So, the other barber come in. So, he is the husband of one of my stylists. So, he was like, Mr. Gita, he was like, I cut hair. I ain't got no license, but I know I can get my license under you, my barber license under you. So, if you could, help me out. He said, I'm a good barber. And I was like, okay, well, bring 2 heads in because that's what you should do. Let me see how you cut hair. Because my salon, you had to be top notch. You had to have your stuff together. And them cuts had to be sharp. Okay? Sharp. Because I knew what I wanted to go in and out my business. Okay? So, long story short, it worked out. But here's the thing. I don't know if it was a conflict of interest because his wife worked in the salon, my husband worked in the salon, that these guys thought that they were the salon owners at this point, the barbershop owners at this point. So didn't see, when one saw my husband doing what he wanted to do in the salon, the other one started following him versus following me. Long story short, I got rid of my husband and the person. Okay, that happened. Come to find out, so this is where it get tricky. So I'm so in love with this man, love with this man. So he said he was from a small town and everything, and I was like, okay, well, you from a small town. I like small towns. I said, the type of person I am, I can go anywhere and become a hairstylist, a salon owner, whoop de whoop. So I kind of wanted change. And then, y'all, he had kids. He had small kids. So it was like, I need you to be near your kids so that you can take care of your kids, because I'm not going to take care of your kids. I have 2 daughters of my own. I'm not going to take care of your kids. I don't care if we're married or not. I'm not taking care of nobody's kids. So I need you. He was saying like he was this great father and this, that, and other. So I'm going to test your buttons. I'm going to see who you really is, because all along I know who I am. I could live anywhere. At this point, I had 3 salons in 3 different states, so I know who I am. Okay, I just need to figure out if this tall, dark, and handsome, beautiful specimen that I'm laying with every night is who he is, because I can get D anywhere. That part. So I moved my entire family to his little small town, which was probably like, I would say 8 hours from where I was. I don't want to say his name and where he from, because this ain't about him. I'm just telling my story. So moved to the little town. I will say the town was Winfield, Louisiana. I don't know if y'all are familiar with that, but I will say the town was Winfield, Louisiana. And if you look up Winfield, Louisiana, it is a small town. So here I am going to the town with my family to move where my husband resides and familiar with doing hair. He said that he made so much money there. Blah, blah, blah. So I was like, you know what? Well, let's go where you make a lot of money. Because I know when I get there, I'm going to make my money. I need to go where you make a lot of money. Being the woman that I am, here I am. I'm moving because I want you to be great. I want you to be near your kids, and I want you to make money, and I want you to be the best person you could be. This is what I did as a wife. This is what we do as women. We be listening to these crazy men. So I shut that salon down in Sumter, South Carolina, and moved to Winfield, Louisiana, and opened up a salon there. Okay? That's what I did. In 6 months, I had a salon up. Okay? So get there. He, got set up in a place. It was like, it's such a small town that he was able to rent a place for $100 a month, y'all, and put his barbershop in it. It was real nice, real nice. And all his customers was glad he was back. So he was telling the truth about that. He was the baddest barber in that town. He was a good barber, and I knew that. I mean, talent was phenomenal. The man can cut some hair. It's always the ones with talents that be on drugs. And so he did that. But guess what? What he tricked me at, and why I'm telling y'all the story, he tricked me. What he tricked me at was, he knew he was going back home for his drug addiction. He was going back home so he could pop pills. He was going back home to be familiar with the people who sold. Let me be careful with my words on TikTok. The people who was feeding him what he needed for his addiction was there. Okay? So I found all of this out when I moved to the town with him. Thanking God that I'm a child of God and God have my back. And no matter what the stupid mistakes that I make, God still loves me enough to protect me and my children. Thank you, Jesus, for that on this Sunday. Okay. So I'm seeing this and I'm like, mind you, I'm not the woman to be like fussing with no man. I ain't trying to bring you down no more than you are. I'm not gonna take myself out of character. I'm not gonna judge you. I'm just not that person. Cause when you dealing with grown people, I'm gonna let you be grown. And when I make my decision, it's gonna be a grown decision, and I'm gonna need you to respect that. You feel what I'm saying? You know, I'm how you say I'm a quiet storm. Okay, that's what I am, and I'm still this way. So I'm seeing him doing that, doing that, doing that, and I'm just like, okay. And it got to the point one night at the house, the man fell out, and I looked at him on the kitchen floor. I said, I'm gonna need you to get up before my girls get up and getting ready for school, because I don't need them to see you on the floor. So basically, I'm seeing him, carry on. I ain't saying nothing, because guess what? Grown people, the problem I got with grown people, they want you to be their mama. They want you to be that person. Yeah, 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 yeah. No, I'm gonna let you knock yourself all the way out and everything. So I told him, I said, you could do whatever you do when my kids sleep. I said, before they get up in the morning, just be up off this floor, cause I don't need them asking me why so and so on the floor. Baby, I went through that. Okay, I went through this. Jesus, I went through this man who I. Let me tell you something. I had 5 husbands. Out of all of the 5 husbands, I had loved this one the most. I had loved this one the most, y'all. And when I tell you I can tell this story with pride, it's because this is the most I've ever did for a man. I literally moved my family from a state to a state because of love. You know I had to love his dirty drawers. You understand what I'm saying? And them drawers was good, okay? So what I'm saying is, baby, the things we do because we love or like somebody a lot, we need to get over these things, okay? Because one thing you can't get back, honey, you can't get back tired. You can't get back tired. And baby, them drawers was good. And I was younger, and I was, a little bit, I would say naive, I guess, because when I think back to this story, I would never move my family for nobody, okay? But I did. Thank God there, me and my children were safe. We got in and we got out safely. God did that for us. But the story is, baby, he was that ill-popping, drug-addict husband that I didn't know I had. And baby, when I was down there, the man had got locked up, and that really messed me up, because I left my first husband because, yes, thank God for me learning mistakes. I left my first husband, the children's father, because of that life, and going back and forth to jail and boom, 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 boom. So you mean to tell me the man who I really, really, really dig and love and move my family for in the lockup? Baby, I was delirious. I was delirious. And it was so funny, y'all, because the town was so small, right? So the way my salon was set up, I would go to the salon and you could see the prison, like, when they outside, like in the little gate, I could see him. The man was calling my name. He used to call me Love. He had love, and I'm like, who calling me? I didn't even know that the prison was that close. Cause baby, I ain't never visit him. Oh no, I ain't went to no. I don't do that. You got yourself in there. I'll see you when you get out. So he was in the little thing, and he would see me going in and out the salon, y'all. That's how small the town was. They outside, they could see they could see civilization through their little outdoor gate. And he over there calling my name. I said, Lord, is this my life? Okay. I had to, so I'm doing what I'm doing, because like I said, I don't care how much I love you. I ain't going in them doors to see you. I ain't doing that. And if it was me, I don't want nobody to waste their time out their day to come see me. Don't do it. Please don't do it. So, because that ain't nowhere. You put yourself in there, you need to be in there. Now, I can see if you unlawfully in there and okay, that's different. You need your people to ride with you and protect you and be with you. But you out here acting a fool. Oh, no. I ain't doing that. So, here we go. In the town, This man done went to jail. I mean, this whole character has changed. So I let him pick out the house, y'all. I let him pick out the house when we first moved there. Because this your town. I don't really know nothing about it. Boom. So, child, I end up having to move. I moved 3 months after I got there. When I got there, I had me some money, right? Because, I'm a boss. So I had me some money, And I got there, I saw how he had us set up, and I was like, okay, mind you, it's my stuff, because I had to get a U-Haul, everything. Everything was mine. He just picked out the house. I let him do, because here's the thing. I'm thinking this man somebody else. Ain't knowing he's somebody else, okay? So I'm thinking I got a man. He picking out the house. I'm trying to let him be the man of the house. You feel what I'm saying? He picks out the house, and I'm not saying nothing wrong with the neighborhood that we was in. For those who may just catch wind of this video, it just wasn't where I wanted to live. So 3 months after that, I found us another home after I got to know the people. So one of my customers was a post office deliverer. She delivered the mail. And so I got good with her, and she told me on her route, I told her what I was looking for, and I said, if you on your route and you see what I'm talking about, please let me know. If you see a for sale sign or rent sign or whatever sign, just let me know. So she found a nice home in a rural area that I wanted to be in, and she let me know, hey, this is for rent over here in this boom boom boom. I went to look at it. Again, the town was so small, honey, to rent the house, I had to go to the courthouse. Ain't that something? So I went to the courthouse, filled out the paperwork, boom, 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 moved into the house. Do y'all know this man was so on, you know what, that, and I have to be sensitive for TikTok. Okay, this man was on the medication so bad that when I moved, y'all, and this is no lie, when I moved out of the house that he picked to the house that I picked, in his town, this man was in the bed sleep, and them medications had him down so bad till I moved everything in the house but the bed. Because throughout the whole move, he in the bed. So he ain't helped me move. This is what I'm talking about. When you gotta be just strong for no reason. You got a whole husband and you ain't got nothing. Okay? So his friends, which he wasn't even worried about that, poor thing. And that's why people sleep with people's friends and stuff, because of this stuff right here. His friends know he down bad, okay? So they like offer me help. We got you. We got you. We got you. Yes. He was worse than lazy. That lazy ain't the word. Sorry. Maybe more like sorry. Okay? So, but girl, he was on that stuff, okay? On that stuff and knocked out. You feel what I'm saying? On that stuff had him down bad. I'm talking down bad, girl. So, here we go. Here we go, right? So, I thought my dog had came. So, here we go. The bed was the only thing left. So when he got up later, because that's how he rocked. He got up later. He got somebody with a truck to bring the bed over later to the house. This is what I'm doing. That's what I had to deal with. I'm not making this up. That's what I had to deal with. The man had to get his friends with a pickup truck to bring the bed that we slept in, because he wanted to sleep to 2 or 3 o'clock, and he didn't want to help me move early in the morning to the new house. Now, if that ain't sorry, what kind of husband I had? None. Everybody in his town helped me but him. Everybody in his hometown helped me but him. My father-in-law, still my father-in-law, I love him to death. He was so proud of me because I came in that town and did numbers. I came in that town and did things that people literally all their life couldn't do. I came to that town and I made history. Nobody had a salon or business downtown, Winfield, Louisiana. I was the first black woman to make history in that town and open a business downtown. Yes, they tried to not let it happen, but I was like, oh, it's happening. It was one other lady named Jocelyn Ramos. She had a business. She was a black woman with a business downtown. Other than her, no, no, no. But I'm talking about salons. No salon had never been opened by a black woman in the state of Winfield, Louisiana until I came. I'm talking about a salon business, okay? I made that first breakout until I came. I'm talking about a salon business, okay? I made that first breakout in that. Yeah. So, um, yeah. So it's like things that I've done, I'm proud of myself, but a lot of things I'm not proud of myself with, and that's picking husbands. So that was the pill hopping husband that I didn't know I had. Okay, so when it come time, I said, you know what? I had enough, y'all. I had enough to the enough. And it got to the point the man got locked up again. When he got locked up that second time, and let me tell you why he got locked up. All because he had those things on him. He kept getting caught and pulled over by the cops because he had those things in his pockets or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It was simple things. But in this little town, if you get pulled over so many times and this and the other, they lock you up, and the longer you stay in, the more they keep finding these things on you. And it's also a situation like, okay, once they realize that you're one of these people, they're gonna start bothering you anyway. Okay? So I moved. I said I had enough. I moved, left him right there. So here's where I got revenge, y'all. Okay. Now he had to get locked up for a year this time. A whole year. So I knew I wasn't going to stay there and this man locked up for a year. First of all, you're not who I want to be with. You showed me who you are. I moved to your hometown. I supported you 100%. I loved you enough to trust you for what you were saying, and you was a liar. You did everything to me that you pretty much did to everybody else, but it just looked good because it was me. Okay. And when I say it looked good because it was me, it's because I had my stuff together and he was with me, so everybody thought we was doing good. You feel what I'm saying? But inside, I'm feeling like every other baby mama, whoever else he been with, because he didn't give them nothing and he didn't give me nothing either, mentally, but a heartache. And he gave every baby mama a heartache, and he gave me a heartache. Nothing. I probably got the most heartache because I married him. Even the woman I know he was with for like 7 years, I got the most heartache because I married him. Okay, now she probably had heartache too, but I just believe because I married him, I took on this real responsibility. Nobody else took that on. Okay, and I don't know what was it about me, because I had a business and I had life going on for myself. He knew that he wanted to be a part of that, and he knew, the lifestyle that would give him. And here's the thing, ladies, if you already got yourself together and you're a businesswoman and you thriving and everything is going good, don't take in no passengers who ain't got themselves together. Because here's the thing they gonna think. Well, she took me in with nothing, so she's satisfied with me. Because that's the attitude I got from him. And I'm telling you, I ain't never did what I went through with him. I gave everybody else, when I tell you a hard time, a hard time. I had one husband after him, and I gave him a hard time. And still end up leaving him. But this ain't about him. So, because I left them all. But this one here is the one I loved. When I say love, people get in relationship for a lot of reasons, and a lot of them reasons ain't love. But this husband here, I loved. When I tell you I loved him, baby, I loved him. I loved him. I ain't love no husband like I ain't even love my first husband like I loved him. I love this one. Like I said, I love them dirty draws. Okay, never loved a man like that no more, and I ain't, because you learn from your mistakes when it comes to love, baby. So this is how I got him back, and this is gonna be the end of the story. Just to show y'all that I wasn't a nagging wife. I wasn't one of those judging wives. Man, when I tell you this man, I treated him the same way from the first time I met him to the day I left him. I did. And this man still talks about me to this day. His friends and everybody that know him, they be calling me, they be DMing me, they be like, yo, he's still talking about you in a high manner. And I know that because I show him God's love, a strong woman, a loving wife, a best friend, a woman who everything, all of these things. I show him that. And he always say I show him his mother. He always say I show him his mother through me. And when he got locked up for the year and I left him, I packed my family up. Matter of fact, I sold everything in my salon and I sold everything in my house before I left because I didn't want no memories or none of it, because I knew I wasn't looking back. Nothing that I had with him I wanted to take in my next life opportunities. I believe in spirit strongly. I believe in all of that stuff, that baggage stuff, and I did not want to take any of that baggage stuff with me into next. So what I did, I was his pen pal for an entire year. Even then, I'm still being nice. I'm still being loving. I'm still being kind. But even a person like me know when to get the revenge. Okay? All right. So this is how the revenge happened. The revenge happened when he thought, when he was getting out that time, that year served time. Because I'm writing him every time the people say, Mel, call, he got a letter from me. Oh, you can believe that. Every time they said, Mel, call, he got a letter from me. I was doing a commissary. I was sending him money. I made sure he was good in there. And then he got to the point where he started working in there. And so I didn't have to send him nothing because he was making his own little money. I rocked with him even. I supported him even then. In his hardest times, I didn't leave that man. Because that's why I'm blessed today, because of the acts of my heart and the things that I really did do when people didn't do me right. I still did them right, okay? But this is how I got my revenge. My last letter to him was, and this was like, I knew it would have been like a week before he was finna get out. My last letter to him was, I will not be at that door when you walk out of it. This is goodbye. I carried you this far in love, and I carried you this far in kindness. And if you think that this is being mean, that's between you and your God. But I have been nothing but loving and kind to you this whole marriage, this whole relationship that we had together. We definitely went up and we went down. But I am that girl, and you know that. And I don't have to tell nobody this story but you. Today I'm telling it because I want to be free of it. But this really happened. That's how I got my revenge. He thought he was finna do all of that to me. Got me moving my family out of whole state. We settled in. He lying. I'm going by what he's saying. I'm rocking with him the whole time. And he ain't never was rocking with me mentally. He was doing what he want to do, like them people do who hooked on them things. People hooked on them things, honey, they don't love nobody but themselves. And the only time that they realize that people is real is when they get that little dose of soberness, and then they want to love who love them. Nah, he won't come back to this love. And we called each other love. He was my love and I was his love, and that's what we called each other, love. That was our nickname because we was really in love with each other. I know that man loved me. When he was sober, he loved me because he ain't never cheat on me or nothing like that. I ain't had to worry about that. I ain't never had to worry about no man cheating on me. I wasn't that girl. Ain't no man cheating on me. But my I'll tell you about that another time. But one man did cheat on me, but I ain't had to worry about nobody after him cheating on me. I put it like that. That ain't my problem. I don't really deal with men who be cheating and stuff like that because I ain't. Long story short, that was my goodbye, and that's how I got my revenge. That last letter was my revenge. If you wanna get somebody back, be kind. If you wanna get somebody back, be kind to them when they ugly to you. That's the whole sum up of this story time. If you want to get somebody back, be kind to them when they ugly to you, and live an unbothered life about it. Don't sweat it. Don't look back. I did not look back. When I tell you, I wrote that letter, that last letter, and never reached out again. He reached out to me. That's how I know how he doing today. He reached out to me. You know, he got with somebody. And it wasn't nothing because he was always comparing me with everybody after that. Um, the young lady, she she contacted me one day, and I basically told her about herself in a nice way. Basically, letting her know the worst thing you want to do is call a woman about a man when you with the man. And I said, if you intimidated at all about him being with me, you need to check yourself. Because it's something that you're not doing. Because one thing I've always been to him, regardless of whether I want him or not, I've been his friend. A man needs to know he's with somebody who he can talk to. Somebody who he can lean on their shoulder and cry to. If you a nagging woman, aggravating woman, always judging woman, ain't no man finna lay on you and come to you. It is not going to happen. Okay? Even when you broke up with a person, they still want you because they will never forget that you were that woman. Okay? I could sit here single right now, doing me, minding my business, because like I tell my daughters, when it comes to men in relationships, I done did that. I done did that 10 times over. Did that 10 times over. I'm not going into my 50s, 60s, and 70s with that foolishness I did back then. If God don't send me somebody who rock with me and we really rock it, baby, I don't want it. I can't do it. I will have somebody's son in the graveyard. Because I ain't got the patience I had before. So that was my revenge. And that was it, y'all. And I felt so good getting that revenge because, baby, you turned my world upside down. I had to move from all the stuff that we went through, the barbershop stuff, the salon stuff, moving from South Carolina to Louisiana, moving from Louisiana back to South Carolina. So I done opened 2 salons, the one in Louisiana, then I had to go back to South Carolina, open another salon. I can't get that time back. So the revenge that I received was the best revenge ever from him. And to this day, he's still trying to get my attention, y'all. And to this day, I'm still love. I'm still his love. I'm still his only love, no matter who he with. Yeah. In the back of his mind, I'm always be there. But in my mind, I could tell this story. And he the only husband I probably gonna tell a story about. Because I know he ain't gonna say nothing. He just gonna look at it and be like, yeah, she right. Because he's a sweet soul. He's a sweet soul overall, but a damaged soul. And I just want to tell this story because sometimes we do way too much as women for these men and don't get nothing that we trying to get out of it. Because the whole thing I was trying to get the barber husband, I'm the stylist wife, and trying to get unity. Trying to get unity enough where he could take care of his kids, I could take care of mine, and we just live a regular life. I wasn't trying to be Beyonce and Jay-Z. No. I was just trying to live a regular life in a small town and be able to feed his children, feed my children, our children together, would have what they needed from, us working hard, and that's it. I wasn't trying to do nothing else. But he didn't see that. So what I did, took my little two children I came with, and we left. And I did what I was setting out to do with him and his children and putting the children together like the Brady Bunch. No, he didn't want that. He wanted me to take care of all the children. And he, do his medications. No. I took up the two children that I came with, and I left with the two children I had. And I gave my children a great life. And after that, man, I've never tried to fit myself in with nobody life and nobody children. And if you got to tell a man to take care of his own children, then you need to walk away because you got your own children. Most women have children who deal with men who have children. And if you got to tell that man to take care of his children, then you need to walk away. And that's safe. That is a safe decision. That is a wise decision. Thank you for listening to this story time today. Regina Miller, the man that I thought I knew, the pill-popping drug addict husband that I didn't know I had. Y'all be blessed, and I hope this story helps somebody. Bye-bye.